One-timer, scores! Vince Dunn in overtime, and the Kraken snap their losing streak. He's in, Marchment scores! That's hockey, baby! Lindgren, across, a shot by Marchment, he scores! Mason Marchment!
A hockey season comes with its fair share of ups and downs, and the Kraken have been making their way through it. After snapping a 6-game losing streak Wednesday, things are looking up. Welcome to Kraken Home Ice. In this episode, we're hearing from Chandler Stevenson on reaching milestones in the league and opening up his home to the team. Head coach Lane Lambert discusses getting through adversity and focusing on the positive. And the dads were in town. We're talking to the Kraken dads about what it means to see their sons live out their dreams. On Friday, the Kraken played in Utah for the first time this season. Big game for Mason Marchment. He gets the scoring started in the second. Marchment slips past 2 defenders, pulls the puck back, and shovels it upstairs for a 1-0 lead. Kraken down 2-1 in the third. It's Marchment again, this time off the feed from Ryan Lindgren. He fires a one-timer just inside the post to lock it up at 2-2. Midway through the third, Mammoth on a power play. Nice pass from Nick Schmaltz to Dylan Gunther. He beats Philip Grubauer to make it 3-2. Gruby gets pulled in the final minutes, and Utah scores 2 empty netters. J.J. Peterka weaves his way through 4 guys, falls down, and still finds the net. Ben Myers adds a goal with less than a minute left for Seattle, his first goal with the Kraken. But Utah wins it 5-3. On Wednesday against the Kings, the Kraken dads and mentors were in town. The team hadn't won a game since November 22nd on the road against Pittsburgh. After a scoreless first period, Seattle gets things rolling in the second. Great passing right here. Vince Dunn to Jared McCann, and McCann buries the one-timer. 1-0 Kraken. Still in the second period, the Kings go to work on the shorthanded breakaway. Alex Lafreniere with the goal. It's 1-1 after the second. In the third, with 5:30 to go, the Kings are on a power play, and they score to make it a 2-1 game. With 26 seconds to play, Ellie Tolvanen finds Matty Beniers, and Beniers does the rest. This game goes to overtime. In the OT, the Kraken get another power play, and they cash in. Vince Dunn gets a feed and buries it. The Kraken break the losing streak and win it 3-2.
Yeah, it's been a tough couple of weeks. I think we all know that the effort's been there and everyone's been giving it their all every single night. So I think we've built something really great here so far this season, and what a way to start it with friends and family here.
On Monday against Minnesota, it was a scoreless first period. Things heated up in the second. First, it's the Wild on the attack. A snapshot from Joel Eriksson Ek. 1-0 Minnesota. Seattle answers back with some great passing. Vince Dunn to Jared McCann, to Chandler Stevenson, to Jordan Eberle, and the captain scores to make it 1-1. With under 12 minutes to play, it's Eriksson Ek again. He fires, and Marcus Johansson tips it in. The Kraken answer right back, but after a review, this is not a goal. The stick is above the crossbar. No goal. Minnesota adds 2 empty netters, and the Wild go on to win it 4-1. On the injury front, the Kraken announced Friday Jared McCann will be out for 3 weeks with a lower body injury. Earlier in the week, Berkeley Catton was placed on injured reserve with an upper body injury. Jaden Schwartz and Matt Murray are both still on IR with lower body injuries. On Wednesday, the first 10,000 fans at Climate Pledge Arena got their very own Chandler Stevenson bobblehead. The first bobblehead of the season is Chandler yeeting a fish after a Kraken victory. Being comfortable and connected is important for a team to be successful. In his second season with the Kraken, Chandler is feeling just that. Brianna Vasquez talked to him about his growth on the ice, being a dad, and bringing the team together.
Kind of a lot of different emotions, just how quick the time's gone. I mean, it was just a dream when you were little to play one NHL game.
3 seconds on the clock. Stevenson with a shot. He scores!
It was a milestone Monday for Chandler Stevenson. He played in his 600th NHL game.
Something that, hopefully you can just keep building at, and hopefully there's few hundred more to come.
600 games and 12 seasons later, Chandler's gone from a kid just hoping to make the NHL to a veteran and a family man. And that shows in his relationship with the Kraken rookies, especially Berkeley Catton.
Seeing some of the things he's going through and questions he's asking takes you back to when you're that age. I mean, I was still in junior at that age, so to be in the position that he is at 19 is pretty crazy.
Berkeley is the newest member of the Stevenson household. Chandler and his family took the rookie in when it was clear his time with the Kraken was continuing. Berkeley was quickly embraced by the Stevenson kids.
Yeah, he's kind of like a big brother to them. Just playing with them, sitting on the couch, hanging out with them, kind of made him feel welcome right away.
Chandler knows what it's like starting out in the league.
Being on your own in a hotel room can get kind of old and boring and lonely and quiet. So, yeah, just wanted him to kind of feel the most comfortable and not just kind of thrown into the fire right away with being on your own for the first time, and now you got to do all the adult things.
The Stevensons are no strangers to welcoming people into their home. They had the whole team over for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, we just wanted to get everybody together and enjoy Thanksgiving and eat some food and have some laughs.
Chandler says it's important to have everyone together when the schedule allows.
Something special about our group is that everybody gets along. Well, it's just kind of like one big family, and having everybody at the game or practice, just everybody's excited to see everybody and be around one another.
Chandler has found his ease in his second season in Seattle.
Tipped in, Chandler Stevenson.
Try to still do the same things I did last year, give my 2 cents if needed, and just try to lead by example. The more the time goes, the more games, the more days go by, you just feel a little bit more comfortable.
Life happens quickly, especially during the season. Chandler's making sure to enjoy it all.
Things are kind of changing on the daily, it seems like. Being a dad at the house, little guy's in school now, he's in skating lessons, he's kind of doing the things now, and just kind of shows that he's getting older. And our youngest girl too, she's, she wasn't really walking when we first got here. Now she's running around the house and on the walls and everything.
Ups and downs are very normal throughout the course of a hockey season. Next on Kraken Home Ice, we talk to head coach Lane Lambert about staying positive and determined.
It's a long season. It's never perfect, and adversity isn't a bad thing. It can actually be beneficial in the long run.
Plus, the players spend most of their time right now either practicing or playing games. But what about when they have rare free time? We talk off-day activities when Kraken Home Ice continues. This week was the Kraken Dads and Mentors trip, and it was also the LA Kings Moms trip. Both teams, friends and families, got to meet up when the two teams played at Climate Pledge Arena on Wednesday. It has been a trying few weeks for the Kraken, from getting off to their best start in franchise history to hitting a 6-game losing streak. Brianna Vasquez talked to head coach Lane Lambert about adjustments the team has to make when dealing with adversity and going through some rough patches.
When you hit adversity, you hit a rough patch, certainly there's reasons for it, and sometimes those reasons can vary. You identify the problems, you try and fix the problems. The biggest thing about it is to remain positive. It's a long season, and there's no question that it's when you're going through a rough patch, you feel like it's never going to end, but it is. And as quickly as it's never as bad as you think it is, and when it's going good, it's never really as good as you think it is. So you just have to make sure that you maintain an even keel and be determined to find your way out of it.
And after the Minnesota game, you had talked about slow start, didn't finish as well as you guys wanted in the third. What do you have to do to get consistency in all periods? Like you say, we have to have a more consistent effort throughout. So the question is, how do you do that? Guys got to be ready. Like for us to come out in that game and be outshot 8-0 early on was unacceptable. I thought our goaltender played well. I thought he kept us in the hockey game. But from that standpoint, we have to be ready to go. And we've lost games in third periods at home. They've been tight games. And just a mistake here, a mistake there, which we have to cut down. Goaltending has been very good this season. High praise for it. What have you been liking from the goaltenders?
Well, I like our team overall. I've said from right from day one that the defense and the goaltending is a team effort.
Bernard Docker with a shot blocked in front by Montour.
I think our guys have put our goaltenders in a pretty good environment, for the most part, especially 5-on-5 to have success. And when we've needed them to step up, they have. Some of the games we've won, they've played outstanding.
There's Delandria, what a save! Pelham Grubauer!
Injuries have been on and off the season. How, as a coach, do you balance that, especially when it comes to line changes?
When you get injuries, and we get significant injuries, and we've dealt with those injuries, you have to spot people in different situations. And like I said, it's kind of a next man up mentality. What it does a little bit, the challenge behind that is it kind of puts people in a little bit different seats on the bus, maybe playing higher up, you look for those guys to be consistent and to bring some of what you're losing. But when you have injuries and when you have specific injuries, you need the entire group to pick up the slack.
And it's long hockey season, lots of ups and downs. How do you keep the team positive and determined throughout the whole season?
To your point, it's a long season. It's never perfect, and adversity isn't a bad thing. Do you want to go through adversity? No, not really. But if you treat it the proper way and you learn from it and you come out of it, it can actually be beneficial in the long run. Certainly, we've gone through some adversity here lately. The determination and the camaraderie and sticking together and staying positive is going to help us in the long run.
Okay, Coach, last question. It's a holiday season. Does your family have any holiday traditions?
I would say, our household is a little bit more about food. Tradition, Christmas Eve is a fondue, big fondue, and just enjoy our food and sit around the table. Fondues take forever, so you get a good 2 or 3 hour session there with the family. And then Christmas Day is all about a beef tenderloin, one that takes 2 or 3 days to marinate and all that. And so it's mostly food is our tradition.
Team Canada unveiled its 2026 World Junior Selection Camp this week, and Kraken prospect Jake O'Brien was selected. The team's first pick in the 2025 draft is the Kraken's only prospect named to Canada's initial roster. O'Brien is currently playing in the OHL with the Brantford Bulldogs. So far, the center has scored 11 goals and 45 points in 26 games. It is a busy time of year for the Kraken. Between practice, travel, and games, free time is rare. But when the players do get a chance to relax a little bit, they take full advantage of it. In this week's shootout, we asked them about their go-to off-day activities.
Off-day activity lately has been hiking, actually, around different trails around Seattle. Be outside in the nature or go for a walk.
At the barn, spending time with my horse.
Golf, if I can.
Either golf or fishing.
Golf.
Usually golf. Fishing or golfing.
Just relaxing, not doing much, chasing around kids.
Just hanging out with the family.
Hang out with the kids.
Walking as a family, it's always a good recovery and it's a good moment to have all together.
Probably just hang out with my kids, take them to like a museum or something like that.
Just grabbing coffee at a coffee shop.
Sit on the couch if it's Sunday, watch football. Probably watching football if it's on.
Sit on the couch and watch some soccer.
Lay on the couch and do nothing.
Playing in the NHL has been a lifelong dream for these Kraken players. A dream their dads and mentors have been part of since the beginning. Next on Kraken Home Ice, we're hearing from some of the dads on what it means to see their sons succeed.
I'm very proud of him for being able to accomplish the goals and the dreams that he's had. He's, even since he was a young kid.
So we're just super proud of him following his dream and being who Ryan is.
I think what makes me the most proud of Joey is the work that he's put in to get to this point.
I'd say the person that he is, the character that he has, and the work ethic that he brings every day to his job, and just the type of person that he is, how he treats people all around him.
That probably makes me more proud than anything, that who he's
developed into. He's just a great family person. You know, the Winter Classic and going to the NCAA regionals and, you know, prep school and winning the tournament championships and all those hockey events that you share as a family we'll never forget, and it's just a big part of our journey, all of us that are included in Joey's path here to the NHL.
It means the world to be here, and I can't thank him enough to have me along in this journey.
For the younger Kraken players, the past few years have been exciting. Taking that rookie lap, maybe scoring that first NHL point, and their parents have been a part of it. This week was the Kraken's Dad and Mentors trip, a first for a few of the fathers as well. We talked to them about what it's like to see their sons live out their dreams.
Other than wanting to be Batman when he was a little young, he wanted to be play in the NHL.
From helping them lace up their skates to driving them to endless hockey practices and tournaments, all roads led to the league.
This is great. This is what every parent, you know, who puts their kids in hockey wants, right? It's a dream come true for him, and as a family, you know, we're happy to be able to be a part of it.
For Mike Evans, Todd Cartier, Simon Wright, and Garth Winterton, it's extra special seeing their sons succeed in Seattle.
He is living his dream, truly. It's an amazing experience. You can't believe when you look back at it, when he was 4 years old learning how to skate, hey, you know what? It's a Canadian kid's dream to always end up in the NHL. He's actually here doing it, which is like the most unbelievable thing. And it's, you know, now you just, hey, what's possible?
While Riker, Ryan, and Shane were all Kraken draft picks, the journey was a little different for Ty. Seattle picked him up as a free agent in March of 22. A little over a month later, he made his debut and scored in Game 5 of the Stanley Cup playoffs.
Wagons a shot, Cartier scores!
An unforgettable experience for the Cartier family.
When he scored that goal is, you know, it's one of those things where you think to yourself, you know, all the goals that he scored in the past, this has led up to this particular moment.
No matter if it's the big or small moments, the dads are just thankful for the quality time with their sons.
You know, you miss being able to just drive to the rink and, you know what, talk about things on the way. There's, you know, a lot of discussions, a lot of conversation, a lot of good conversations anyway that happen just for driving there.
Just seeing him, like just being with him. You know, the hard part when you live in Toronto and not being with Ryan all the time is just making sure he's okay, and just seeing him and seeing his smile and just having a, you know, conversation really makes me feel like warm and amazing, actually.
The future is bright for these homegrown Kraken.
You know, when Ryan started hockey, he moved out of the house when he was 15, and now he's moved to another, you know, city outside of the country at 21, and you know, he's just grown as a man and grown as a human, and you know, but he maintains his good morals and his perseverance to play in the NHL.
I think he's gotten a little more rugged. It's a different league. It's, you know, it tests your abilities every night. So I think he's doing a pretty good job.
There's trials and tribulations, ebbs and flows as there are, but I feel over the last couple of years he's beginning to really find his footing for things, which is awesome.
The dad's trip is a unique opportunity for each father to experience a day in their son's life.
Yeah, it's pretty cool to see him, you know, get to go to work day with your kid. It's kind of cool as a parent.
See what the actual players go through and their what they're going to be like, and you know, the experiences that they get to have.
And above all, the dads are proud.
He's followed a goal and he's you know, making it. So we're just super proud of him following his dream and being who Ryan is.
I'm proud that he's made it to this level, right? I'm proud of the person that he's become. You know, I'm happy and I love him for it. Like it's a fantastic experience for everyone, right? I'm proud that he's here, proud of the Kraken organization. You know, I'm happy to be his dad.
And while the dads were in Seattle, Jordan Eberle and his dad were mic'd up ahead on Kraken Home Ice. Father and son sound off.
Come on, boys, let's go. Get in. Oh, good try.
Hey, can you take your hat off? I can't see through your head. Oh, sorry, I didn't know it was you.
Getting to see your son in his element doing what he loves makes every parent proud. On the Kraken's Father and Mentors trip, both Jordan Eberle and his dad were mic'd up as the team won a thriller over the Kings.
Get a cheer, and, you know, I'll try and be careful on my F-bombs a bit, and oh boy, there we go. Okay, this should be a pretty tight chicken game here. Oh! Ryder, nice try. With a battle, good battle. We will do it. Here we go. Come on. I'm mic'd up right now. We're live on TV.
We caught up with some Kraken players' dads ahead of tonight's game. Let's take a look.
Uh-oh. Oh, not you again. Boo. Boo, you got any comments for the mic? You're a good guy. Boo. Wouldn't that be great if we reached mic'd up to our kid? We could sit there and just coach them while they're playing. Hey, George, do this, do that.
Come on, boys, let's go. Oh, nice try. Get in. Oh, good try.
One time I was like pushing the glass a little bit, and all of a sudden the ref comes over and he points at me through the glass. You're out. I got kicked out of the ring, and I'm the most mildest, quietest guy ever. Okay, here we go. Are you guys under control in here? We got to score one more and we'll win. It's a real complicated game. Team picture out there, everybody, moms and dads. Team picture. Hey, can you take your hat off? I can't see through your head. Oh, sorry, I didn't know it was you. You're glowing in the dark, Mr. Chandler. Okay, come on, boys. Okay, let's do this. Yeah! Beautiful!
On Tuesday, the Kraken will celebrate Indigenous Peoples Night. Multiple tribal leaders from across the Pacific Northwest will be in attendance to kick off the game with a ceremonial puck drop. The artist for the night's specialty jersey is Amber Webb. She's a Yupik artist and activist from Dillingham, Alaska. Her art draws from the Yupik people's history, graphic styles, and traditional symbols. Her design from Indigenous Peoples Night is inspired by the ocean, land, and animals. It's another week of Seattle hockey at Climate Pledge Arena. On Tuesday, the Kraken take on the Colorado Avalanche. The Seattle Torrent face the Ottawa Charge on Wednesday. And it's college hoops on Friday. The Seattle U men host the Huskies. This next week of hockey is the last full week before a short holiday break. The Kraken hoping to build some momentum going into Christmas. And that'll do it for this episode of Kraken Home Ice. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week.